Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Climb Is Mine. This podcast is my accountability space where I share my wins, losses, lessons as I grow stronger in my mind, body, and soul. It's been very productive few weeks. Since my last few podcasts, I was talking how I was having a challenging time in regards to my time management and how I felt that I was just drifting and I was getting frustrated with myself. I felt that I wasn't moving forward in what I needed to get done, especially in regards to starting the coaching business. And it's just so powerful how when you make one decision and you're super intentional about it, how everything just changes. I made that decision and I am prioritizing and waking up in the morning. And I told you, like I had mentioned before, I was only setting aside, I said that no matter what, from 10 o'clock till 11:30, I wanted to start small because I didn't want to overload myself and not commit to what I have said. So as I said, I started small, but I have started and it's been so rewarding and I'm having so much fun building this and I'm learning so much about myself. You know, having all these tough questions and just coming into fruition to see what I have built within myself through the past, few years. It's been very rewarding and seeing it on paper and how I've worked through myself. It's just really cool. So I'm very into it, and I am spending more time on it. I literally, as I said, I'm in my office. Like today, I was in my office at 9, and I didn't leave till 1:30, and it's been like that ever since. I've been grinding it out. Doesn't feel like a grind, as I said. I'm just having so much fun. And it's starting to become something. I'm super excited. I came up with my community name. So first, the plan here is I want to be of service and I want to help. And this is all new to me. So I'm going to build a community and I'm going to be of service, and everything that I am continually working on, I am going to share, and I'm going to give value and help whoever needs it. For the time being, I have decided to do it for women. Just for this community. Obviously this podcast is for everybody, but it's been placed on my heart to start the community just for women and evolve from there, just for the community. Clearly I'm building a program for everybody to help, but for right now, yes, it'll be a community for women, and I have decided to name it Rebuild with Faith, because if it wasn't for God and if it wasn't for me surrendering and giving everything to God and walking by faith and not by sight, I wouldn't be where I'm at, because I have tried and I have tried and I have tried to do this on my own, and I have failed and I have failed and I have failed. The bearing's just too much. I couldn't do it. I tried so many years. It was hard trying to do this on my own, and I finally surrendered last year. January 5th, I just gave it all to God. I'm like, I can no longer do this. I was going crazy trying to do this on my own. I finally surrendered. I'm like, God, please help me. Walk with me, help me, guide me, give me peace, strength, and that has been the key move for me. Yeah, it's been such a game changer. As I said, I've tried to do this on my own, and it just never worked. And look how much my life has changed. Look how much I've progressed. I have become a completely different person. Look at the vision and the drive that I have, and how I have changed my life. God has been so good to me. He's given me purpose and direction. You know, the woman that He has created me to be. So, yes, I have decided to call that community Rebuild with Faith. And yeah, obviously this is my climb. The climb is mine, will never change. That is what the basis of my program will be. My curriculum is how I've been climbing this whole time. All the mountains that we have in our lives, and every single day climbing. It's a climb every single day. But yeah, no, it's been so beautiful. And I was going back and forth on this whole name, and really figuring out what to call it. Yes, it was just, I was going back and forth. It took me, I think, about a week to finally decide on the name. And then I was going back and forth for the community to keep it for everybody or just women. But God had it in my heart, yes, to keep it for women just for right now, for that, just because I am a woman, and you know, I've been through this, you know, as a woman, just being through these challenges in my own way. I feel like it will be relatable. It's not that I'm ever shutting down anything, because I'm not, because this is going to be open to everybody. It always is, and it always will be, because this is my nest. This is what has made me grow so much. You know, I have changed tremendously because of me putting myself out here and creating this podcast. It's for everyone, because everybody has challenges, everybody has pain, everybody has their own experience, and at the end of it, it's what I've realized, it's just finding yourself and trusting yourself and rebuilding yourself to become the person that you know that you're meant to be. And that's what I have been doing. I have been rebuilding myself hard for this past year and a half, like really focused. But I've been going back and forth. It's been years, because I've been struggling with, I've been struggling with depression. I've been struggling with alcoholism, with drug addiction, with fears, with rejection, with all my limiting beliefs. And everybody has those challenges. We all live in this crazy world that we live in. You know, the devil speaks all the same lies to all of us. So, but as I said, this is just something that God has placed in my heart. And then it's going to transform into another thing and another thing and another thing. How it has progressed as I've started all of this. And all of this has started of me letting go of my fear of social media, and of me putting myself out there, being completely vulnerable. That's how this has all started. Another decision that I made. I'm scared. You know, I don't like, sometimes I question myself. I question myself a lot. I'm like, why am I doing this? This is crazy. Putting myself out there with all my weaknesses and showing how vulnerable I am and how much I fail and like all the confusion. But, you know, I keep getting myself back up, and I keep learning, and I keep pivoting. I keep growing so much from all this. And it's such a beautiful thing. So I'm very blessed, and I'm extremely proud. And yes, as I said, a few weeks ago, I was not where I'm at today. I was feeling confused, which that is what the devil wants. He wants to make us feel confused and drift and not have direction. And it was bothering me because, you know, I've progressed so much, so many changes happened, and I felt that I was just being a little bit stagnant. And I had signed up for this program to build the coaching business through AI, and I just felt that I needed to push myself more, and I wasn't. And I'm glad that I was feeling that way, because it made me make another decision to push myself forward. Awareness, being aware. This game of life is playing the game and having to pivot and change constantly, and I'm learning how to play it. Before I wasn't playing it right. I'm still not playing it right. I'm sure that there's so much more for me to learn, but I'm getting the hang of it. And I know that God gives me inspiration. He talks to me, and I wake up and I have, new ideas. He talks to me, and I apply it. I take action. If I don't take action, once I get these hunches and these feelings, if I don't do anything about them, and sometimes I do miss them, and then when I keep missing them, that's when it really, really, really stirs in my heart, in my soul, and I get very, very antsy, and I just feel like things need to change. And that's what happened to me last time, because I was getting the nudge, but I wasn't doing anything. And then, still it's getting poked by the Spirit. And then I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. And then I take the action. Sometimes it takes me longer than other times, but it's something that I've been learning as I've been going through this journey. So I'm glad that I have listened and that I continue to take action at the end of the day. If I don't take action, I don't progress. And I have to do things out of fear. And things are evolving. Like, I'll share with you guys once everything is done. But building this curriculum, it's been so freaking cool and amazing just to see the progression. Because I do all these recordings and I'm going through life, but sometimes I don't see it in handful because everything is just happening so fast. It really is. If I compare my life to how it was, a year and a half ago, so much has happened. And so many good things, but now taking a step back and realize all the work that I've done and having it on paper and seeing how all the steps that I've done to help myself and become the woman that God has created me to be. Gorgeous. It's pretty beautiful, darn beautiful. I'm so blessed. But yes, so I'll keep you updated and everything. But that's where I'm at right now. So if there's anything that you need to get done and you haven't, do it. Because at the other side, it's an amazing reward that you will only find out if you take the action. And it's scary, but it is rewarding. And that's how we grow, and that's how we learn. So thank you so much for listening. Remember that growth takes work, but it's worth it. Let's keep strengthening our mind, body, and soul. I'll see you in the next one.